seat. I'm asking you to have a seat now because let me tell you, you're going to want to take a seat because this show's going to take your breath away today. All hour long, call everybody you know because we are meeting the faces behind jaw-dropping stories of survival trending in our news feeds. Of course, I say this all the time. Journalist for over 30 years. And just when I think I've seen it all, I say, wait, what happened? All right, so you may have seen this. Take a look at this heart-stopping video. It went viral. High-stakes rescue caught on tape. A man, his dog, trapped on a sinking sailboat 25 miles off the coast of Florida as Hurricane Helene bears down on them. A Coast Guard member, look at that, diving into action, plunging from a helicopter into the waters to help get the man and his dog to safety. They escaped with minor injuries. I look at this video and I look at y'all and I'm like, what would we do? I'd be like, help, Tam fam, help me. Hurricane Helene, the path of destruction from Florida to North Carolina, where entire communities were wiped out by the raging floodwaters and deadly mudslides. Well, this is some of the video that was coming in. Our first guest, Eddie Hunnell, is the hero at the center of an unbelievable caught-on-camera rescue. It's gone viral, Tam fam, after he risked his life to save a complete stranger. Would you do this? Take a look. What was supposed to be a dream wedding weekend in Grassy Creek, North Carolina, quickly turned into a nightmare for the father of the groom, Eddie Hunnell. Upriver, a local woman, Leslie Worth, was trapped inside her home, surrounded by a violent flash flood when the house was suddenly swept off its foundation.
Oh my God!
Fearing she would die inside her home, Leslie jumped into the raging waters. Downriver, Eddie, a complete stranger, was in a desperate fight to reach Leslie. But when his canoe couldn't overcome the power of the unrelenting waters, he jumped in.
Oh my God.
As Eddie battled for his life and Leslie's life, his family watched in horror from the banks of the river. But against all odds, the father of three was somehow able to swim them both to safety.
I'm standing up.
Please welcome Eddie Hunnell to the show.
Thank you.
I didn't know Superman looked like this. Holy moly. This is incredible. So this was the last weekend of September. So this is still fresh in your memory.
Yeah, it was only a few weeks ago.
Okay, so take me to the weekend, North Carolina. You're hanging out with the family. You're at a bed and breakfast. That's relaxing.
Well, not that day. It was about 2 o'clock. Somebody came in the bed and breakfast and said to the owner, and I could hear it, that a woman was caught in her house right up the road, about 250 yards. And of course, the owner, knows them, they're neighbors. And so a bunch of the wedding party was there, and I said, guys, let's go see if we can help. I was able to get a life vest from the owner of the bed and breakfast and an oar, and the husband, Phil, and I went and got a canoe out.
Okay, so I know that they said the video doesn't quite capture, as scary as this is, how violent the river was that day.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had seen at least 4 houses come down that river and that day before this, and they weren't houses anymore, they were just the roofs. Gosh. They had been torn apart, and there was a row of houses down the middle now of the river, right? It had been the bank, but it was now the river, and these houses were just taking the trees out.
I want to pull up this video because at some point you've tried everything, you're in the canoe, you're going toward her, and then you decide you're going to jump out of the canoe into, you're like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. Your family is standing there. What were you thinking at this point?
At this point, we were out of ideas and didn't have too many other options. So,
Were you scared?
a little bit. I
Little
was
bit.
mostly worried about all the debris, and I didn't want that house to come down on me because
Right, 'cause
I'd
you
seen
could have
what it
been
had
killed.
done. I guess, maybe.
No, you're like, I guess. No, let me tell you, you could have. You could have been killed. Your wife and daughter are here. Susan and Isabella are in our audience here. Susan, remarkably, I heard that you joked that you were worried you were going to have a wedding and a funeral that weekend.
That's correct. You know, we were there for the wedding. We were so excited, and it seemed very surreal in the moment. But we, you know, I never knew he was going to jump in. We didn't know what we were going to do, but
When he jumped in, was that you screaming that I hear?
that was actually her. She videoed everything.
I think we actually have the before and after photo of Leslie's house, what it looked like. This is what the house looked like. This is what it ended up looking like at that time.
Yeah, that's the next day.
That's the next day.
the water had gone down.
That's incredible. Leslie couldn't make it today. She is still recovering, like so many others in North Carolina, putting literal pieces of their lives back together. This show is, you know, I Survive, right?
Yeah.
And I always wonder what compels someone to do something so incredible for someone else.
I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. Like I said, I almost swam in college. I'm a strong swimmer, and I was a lifeguard. I had a life vest on, and when she was floating down that river, I just couldn't watch her go by. Bring tears.
You are tearing up now. What's going on? What are you feeling?
It's just, you know, it's a human being. That there was the only thing in that house that couldn't be replaced was her.
You are really an awesome person, and I just appreciate you so much. I didn't expect to start crying. I thought I was going to be oohing and ahhing here, but to be able to put someone else's life in front of your own, even with your loved one standing there, it's incredible. And I thank you. Thank you. And by the way, I would like to take a second to invite you to go to our social media page because the people are still affected by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. Donate to redcross.org/ABC. God bless you.
Thank you very
mean,
much.
thank you.